This is going to be a bit of a different video than what I've done in the past. Most of my videos have either been about real estate or about investing in the stock market. And what I want to talk today about is a little bit more about financial planning and how to plan your financial life. And I want to speak specifically to some of the younger viewers of my videos. I get a lot of emails from young people saying, I'm just getting started and I want to just get started in investing and want to build wealth. I want a 50-year-old gentleman wrote a letter to me and said, I just want to be able to take care of my family and I want to achieve financial independence. And I've been down that road and I've traveled it in a couple of different ways, and I want to share some of my wisdom with you, is I guess what I'm saying. I've become a millionaire, and I've become a millionaire from hard work. I built a very substantial business in the financial planning industry, and I sold it. I'm now 75 years old, and what I realize, if I had something to do different relative to earning money, what I would have done is put myself in the position that I am today, and that is I have multiple streams of income. In fact, to count them, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sources of income that serve me quite well. And I want to try to impress upon you, particularly if you're still trying to build your wealth, you need to go beyond just your earned income. You need to find ways to create mailbox checks that or just show up in your bank account. And it's so much easier to do it now with the internet. So let's go through my income and how I'm doing it and what I'm doing in the future, and maybe you can learn from it. The first and easiest part of my income is Social Security. Between my wife and I, we get about $36,000 a year. Or excuse me, yeah, $36,000 a year. And what I'm going to show you is how I make my income now and what I project it to be next year, because there's a part of this income that has some real growth potential. The second part of my income is real estate sales. I got into the real estate business in 2016, basically because I needed something to do. We had lost our daughter to cancer, and I had lost my mother to cancer at a very young age. And if you read one of my books, you'll learn about that. How those 2 days are the two most important days of my life. And I needed something to do because I was angry. I was angry at the world, and I was angry at God, and I was angry at everybody. So my wife basically told me I needed to find something to do or find another place to live. So I got into real estate. And as things turned, I wanted to sell basically the luxury homes, the big ticket items. And as I was working in that market, I came across a gentleman who had a $2.4 million home. And he said he wasn't ready to sell it, but he had another project that maybe I was interested in. And as it turned out, it was acreage not far from where I live, about 2 miles from where I live. And on the other side of the community I live in, and I live in the wealthiest community in Alabama, and across that line, property taxes drop by 80%. So I've gone in and I've marketed the land and helped develop it, and so I'm in the real estate business. And basically it is I'm selling lots, and then I'm working with a builder and I'm building homes, and I make somewhere around $40,000 on each home that we build out and sell. So I'll make about $91,400 a year in this real estate. And I think what's important to understand, it's within 2 miles of my house, so it's very easy for me to get to, and I don't have to spend a lot of time at it. People just call me up and say, hey, we want to build a house. Can you come out and show us the property? I drive down there, I spend an hour with them, and that happens maybe 3 times a week. And then I work with the builder, and so I have a source of income there. I've written several books. I've written Tallgrass, I've written The Christmas Web, I've written the real estate book about how to supercharge your real estate business. And then I've written my most proudest book, and that is who are you and why are you you? And basically, it's a book about me discovering who I am, me finding my passion, and me ending up in front of this camera with you, and building another business. Off of book sales this year, I'll make less than $1,000, but that's okay. Because the other element of it is I'm leaving something behind. I don't know much about my grandfather, either one of them, because they didn't leave anything behind. I leave a lot behind. I make a video. I make probably 3 videos a week. My great-great-grandchildren are going to know who Carrie Grinkmeyer is. They've got 4, and I'll probably write a 5th book. So they're going to know a lot about me, and that's important to me. And I want to impress that upon you. We only go around once, as far as I know. And if we do come back a second time, we don't know who we were the first time. So you need to leave something behind. If you've watched my videos, you know that I paint. That's oil or acrylic on canvas. You do photography. I write books, and I make videos. And the crazy part about it is that's all creative stuff. But I was a salesman. And I didn't really discover who Carrie Grinkmeyer was or is until about 6 years ago. And that's a crying shame, because I don't think I've reached my potential yet, and I'm running out of time. So then the next, and this is the exciting one, YouTube advertising. As you watch my videos, you see there's advertising that comes on before and during the videos. Well, I get a stipend for each ad that you see, or each video you see that has ads on. I make about somewhere between 1.5 cents and 2 cents. But the beauty of it is once you make a video, it's there forever. And it keeps coming back, and it keeps paying you. It's the gift that just keeps giving. So it's a built business that grows exponentially. And I want to encourage you, if you have any talent, any skill, any passion that you enjoy, you need to get on YouTube. YouTube is the TV of this age. I am basically creating content which would be comparable to if this video is 12 minutes, a 12-minute TV show that YouTube sells advertising for me, and it makes me money. This year it'll make me, and I'm just in the first year. I monetized my channel in January. You got to have 1,000 subscribers, and you got to have 4,000 hours of viewing. So I'm just getting started in it. The next item on here is a training course, and I don't have a training course, but I will. I will. And what it's going to be is I'm going to offer to a niche, and I'm not sure exactly who that niche is, some training to achieve what I've achieved. And I don't know if it's in stock trading or if it's in YouTube channel. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure it's going to come to me within the next 6 months, and I'll create a training course. The next element is affiliate marketing. If you buy the books that I suggest, on this book I might make, if you buy the hardback copy, I might make 50 cents. So it's no big thing, but again, it's the accumulation over time, and as I build my subscribers and I build my viewers, it's just a ching, ka-ching, ka-ching, and it adds up. And again, I'm sharing this with you because I want you to do this. I want you to say, wow, Gladys, let me tell you what Carrie told me about today, and what we can do, and what maybe Gladys can do, that is going to just give you a new source of income. And to the ladies who watch this and are offended that I said Gladys and not George, 90% of my viewers are male. So give me a little slack on that one. And then the next element of my income is my stock portfolio. And I estimate this year that I'll grow my stock portfolio by a bit over $200,000. So that represents right now about 52% of my income. And that's what I share with you. You know, basically, if you watch my videos, you know pretty much every stock I buy. I also tell you pretty much when I sell it. And some of you write and kind of are inquisitive as to why I give that information for free. Because nobody gave it to me for free. And why, if you've got knowledge, would you keep it from people that can only benefit from it? Yeah, I could probably create a newsletter and charge you for my insights. Well, but I'm not a licensed financial advisor right now, so I'm not selling that service. I'm sharing my knowledge, and maybe when you get to be 75, you'll understand that sharing with other people the benefits that you have is a lot more important than the nickels and dimes you can make off of selling it. And again, I will come up with a course. And then the last item is I built a business and I sold it in 2005. And 2 of the 3 people who bought the business have paid me out, and 1 of them hasn't. And that cash flow stream is continuing about $36,000 a year. So this year, I'm projecting I'll make somewhere in the neighborhood of $394,000. Now, what's then interesting is I wanted to then take and project that forward. Also on the bottom of this, I want you to see that by the end of this year, right now I have somewhere over 3,600 subscribers. That, as I project it on the growth channel it's on, will grow to about 22,000 subscribers. And I get now somewhere in the neighborhood of 50,000 views per month. That'll grow to close to 500,000 views a month. And that's what's going to drive the income from the advertising, and then put me in a position to the following year in 2021 to create that training course. And I want you to look and see how I'm projecting that the advertising from the YouTube channel will grow tenfold. And again, all I got to do is produce videos. Is that difficult for me? No, I enjoy doing it. As I told you, I don't do a lot of scripting. I don't do a lot of planning. I literally wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning or 5:30 in the morning, and the roommate who lives in my head and talks to me all the time gives me ideas. He says, you know, it's like this. I saw a video, who was it? Homer sent me a link to a video of Ronnie, somebody who lives out of 2 suitcases and a backpack, and he did a phenomenal job. I'll put the link to it of analyzing stocks. It just did a phenomenal job, and I'll put a link to that because he's good, and but he travels around the world with his girlfriend. He's 40-some years old. And basically lives, he says, on $100 a day, and makes his money off of his stock portfolio and his YouTube ads, and just lives a very unique life. So my point, what I really want to drive home here is, if you've got a skill, if you've got a talent, and you want to share it with the world, you can create multiple sources of income. And again, I mentioned the affiliate marketing. I also have a store where I sell Best of Us mugs, Best of Us hats. Again, it's not a big thing, but it's think about it, that somebody just puts a check in your mailbox every day or every month, and you do very little for it. This is all set up through the internet. So as I say, in 2021, if everything goes the way I suspect it will, I'll have that my income will grow from roughly 400,000 to over $1 million a year. Now, this is only. I was about to say this is only in America can this happen, but that's not true. Peter, you're in Sweden. You could do this in Sweden. Carlos, you're in Ukraine. You could do this in the Ukraine. Igor, I think you're maybe in Brazil, or Buenos Aires somewhere. You can do this there. If your passion is walking dogs, then do a video on walking dogs. If your passion is fishing, then there's a niche out there who wants to hear from you. They want to know what you think about what you're doing. They want you to share your knowledge. And it's available for you to make money for it. Don't be a fool and just say, well, I'm going to make my living off of my job and my investment portfolio. No, invest in yourself. Mark Zuckerberg, he's got YouTube. He invested in himself. He created that. Now Mark Zuckerberg's no better than you. Sergey Brin's no better than you. They just had the balls to go out and do what they did and become gazillionaires. You can do it too. Here I am, a 75-year-old man, and I'm going to make $400,000 this year and $1 million the next year. And the biggest part of it's off this internet thing that I shouldn't even be involved in this. But I am, and if I can do it, you can do it. So maybe, and what do you want me to teach you a course about? Help me out on that one.